if Gintama has taught us nothing else, is that, well, there is definitely life after death, and in most cases, filled with cocks. I think with that revelation, the search for immortality is more vital than ever. And now that we've helped someone successfully pass on, enjoy their funeral, with only some minor setbacks and soul stealing, let's find out what this episode holds for us. Ugh. They know my weakness. I doubt they actually had anything planned. This is Gintama we're talking about. Now, if I actually knew when this was released, the time frame and whatnot, and anything that could have been going on, that might have made sense. But from what we saw of the preview there, at the end of the last episode, I'm getting a little bit of what I asked for, which could only mean bad things. There is almost an infinite number of storylines that Gintama can go down, exploring any of the characters that's revealed at the minute, or bringing in new ones. And this doesn't look like it's going to be the serious episode that I've been ailing for. Mohawk? I suppose if it's just drop it, go to bed, find something else to do. There you go, you're following the orders then. Thank you for ending that, Gindoggy. Why would Elizabeth run away? Katsura loves him more than anything else. Oh no, what happened? Did they have a quarrel? Ah. Does Elizabeth date every sign that they make? Or maybe you're only supposed to read that tomorrow. I wouldn't exactly put it past anyone, especially Katsura. He's been out of the limelight for so long. Any factor of reliability or coolness that he once had, he manages to evaporate so quickly. Wow, Katsu's memory is worse than mine. Hmm. Kind of reminds me of Kambaru's room with all of her books. Really? They're not like wipe clean, use again? What a waste. Are they neatly filed, at least? Or she. Huh? So, hearing a blubbering Katsu is actually. Don't actually know. I like it. Is that. Is that Katsu's favourite TV show? My god. No wonder the terrorist group isn't doing great. All of the money is spent towards these signs. Is it going to be something useful, though? Or just another little sideline story? I'm not sure the music is really meant to be fitting. It's all about the commercials. This is what the story is. That's what Elizabeth's doing. He's filming his own. I'm so glad we could see so much of that. Almost nothing is censored there. It's also clear. I would agree with you, Shibachi, but we see so little of them. You have to enjoy every second we get. That is a big collar. This the story is taking a turn where it's going into something else. What is that artwork she's carrying? And let me guess, the kids don't care at all. Some good pictures though. This is another one of Cancer's stories, so it's going to be long, roundabout, mean nothing. And at some point, include talking aardvarks or something. Is that where Elizabeth is now? Why don't you go check the park? How do you tell a flashback and not know the elements of what are going on? It's like, how little of a presence does that guy have that even fried chicken can't expose him? So now we're having a story being told within a flashback. And was Katsura there at any point to be able to tell this story? Okay. Why are they wasting their time? Why don't they just, go home and sit around doing nothing? I'm sure that's more productive. Where, where, where are they now? It's kind of oh, that's a metaphor. Good for Elizabeth. They spent a lot of time together. This is Katsura. He might be up in the rafters. Please don't. Why does it sound so painful remembering? Even with my memory, it's not that bad. Hey, well, he has an idea of how to keep warm. Might work. That just raises some more questions. Well, I don't know if that's better or worse that she had the mask on during the previous scene. Oh, that was a good intermission. Thanks, Elizabeth. I wouldn't have known that. So, there's a lot more going on here. Why did Elizabeth manage to get themselves caught by the merchants all those episodes ago? And sleep. Um... This is out of nowhere. Now that would be why he what's up with his eyes? Remembers all of this scene so clearly. Well, his collar's turned up as well. Too many Elizabeths. Couldn't handle it, the poor lad. They can wink. Well, why not both? And yet you spend years hanging around Zura and the rest. Not sure what kind of information you'll be gleaning. I mean, it's a good disguise. No one's gonna think that they are a mercenary tribe to be feared. Imagine watching stories of your own life told back on the TV. Obviously, didn't do a good enough job about it. His heart is breaking. It has to be a lie. There's more going on here. Is he still in denial, or just really needed to relieve himself? Why are we just accepting everything she's saying on face value? It's a... That's a ship. You see, if there's something like that floating about and they're all wearing the same kind of outfits, then I'm sure news would have spread somewhere to keep an eye out of. For. For massive white penguin looking mascots. That's rather phallic helmet. Oh dear. It makes sense that the storyline behind Elizabeth and the gang here is entirely done through text. I'm not sure this is what is meant by show don't tell. Huh? We're actually getting a little glip. How long ago was it before we... Well, since we got anything about them? So the planet is safe, as long as they land in the direct area of... If he manages to then ride that horse into space, it'd be impressive. He doesn't want to be associated with the likes. Whenever it comes to Elizabeth, he goes a bit 482%. Well, certain things would give that away. Fight against it, Katsura. It's not your Elizabeth. Is it going to be a case of, after spending all of these years, Elizabeth's duty has changed? And why exactly would she want Earth saved? Other than I want to tell stories here. Well, that would explain the name calling earlier. You're not exactly trying to resist, though. Oh. Okay, then. Yeah, Shinpachi, I was about to say something quite similar to that. I'm so glad that it's censored. I don't think my fragile mind could handle something like that. But what kind of scenes are they showing in a playground? Ever really thought of using the equipment kind of like that? I'm glad Shinpachi has some resolve. Ah, looks like they obliged. Shinpachi, if you call out something else, do you think you'll get that? A good landing. I'm glad at least he's got someone on the payroll who seems like they know what they're doing. Good. Not only are we getting more Zura, we're getting the laughing merchant. I'm not sure on the idea of, yeah, let's destroy the place before the enemy gets here, then they don't have anything to destroy. Haha, we win. And even though a lot of the Gintama references and parodies are admittedly quite low effort, this one seemed a bit. I mean, they didn't even try to be clever with the naming Dark Vader. Maybe that's just the translation. I'm going to imagine it was better in the Japanese. I didn't really read it. Are we going to be seeing some grand space battles? Apparently, yes. Well, now we can rest happy, because Bar the World is in safe hands. Wait. No, it's the complete opposite of that. We're all fucked. But after a few twists and turns, and wondering whether or not Katsura has a script that he's reading from, or is hiding out in every bush available so that he can just pop in and show any kind of flashback he wants. And in the usual Gintama fashion, we can't really tell if a situation or circumstance is meant to be serious or not by listening to the music, and well, everything about anything can change on a dime. Well, at least it got something right. There is definitely a easy way to keep warm. I am glad, though, that some questions about Elizabeth were closed up and kinda now make sense. But it did just dump a lot more on top. But I think I'm gonna stop swimming around in the cesspool looking for answers before too much is sprinkled down. And if you enjoyed this episode, let me know. And the problem is with Gintama, it's that it is incredibly enjoyable. You just feel bad for laughing. But if you don't want to miss out, maybe subscribe. Join onto the Discord, leave a comment, anything that takes your fancy. But for now, might actually just go and watch the next one. I haven't decided yet. But you're going to have to wait a while. Hopefully I see you there. If any of you turn out to be an alien mercenary planning on taking over the world, I hope you'd at least delay your attack plan slightly because there's a lot more anime to watch. So, if you want to be the avian costume covering up the bad intentions that is my channel, then consider joining on to my Patreon. We can stand there alongside Sal, Raywin, Electricant, Arthea, Shiwan, Mecha, Jennifer Rojas, Stinsfire, Big Boy, Matt, Rasmus Paulson, Girly, Denman 1997, ASD, Dark Shadow 7899 and everyone else.